In this example, we're going to create a list of fields. So if you wanted to know the fields in a certain file, a certain feature class file, you might come over and right click on it and go and open the attribute table and look at the field headings across the top of the attribute table as a way of knowing what fields were available to you. But instead, let me show you a different method using Python. So up in this box, you can see our original Python script that we used for buffering, and I'm going to copy a piece of that so I don't have to do a bunch of typing. So I'm going to copy the first 3 lines and I'm going to paste it into a new window in which I am going to create code. So there's my first 3 lines. I'm going to hit enter. And my 4th line is where I am going to name my variable field list. So it's going to be field name list, and this is just a variable that I am creating, and it's going to equal ArcPy period. I'm going to hit the tab key and we should get a list showing up here. There it is. The variable I want to use is called ListField. There, just typing a few of the letters there. There's ListFields. I'm going to put a parenthesis. Notice it puts the right hand parenthesis. And I'm going to look at the one in Rush County. So it's going to be IN_Rush_cemetery. So that's the one we just looked at a moment ago, and I have to spell cemetery correctly, so I got to go back and put an E there. And we also need to put quotation marks around this. Common mistake we make is not putting quotation marks around this text. There we go. I'm going to now create a for loop, and I'm creating just a variable called field because I want to interrogate each member of this list variable in line 4 that we just created. So for field end, field name list, and you got to type it accurately, and then put a colon at the end because it's a for statement, and we're going to put a print statement here, and we put parentheses inside of it so we know what we want to look at, and we're going to look at field dot name because I just want to know the names. So there I have created my code. So I'm going to just come up here and select run. If I didn't make any typographical errors, there we go. We should see the different field headings, and those are the same field headings as we saw when we right clicked and opened the attribute table. Those field headings that we have right there are the same ones that we have right here. So a very simple little bit of code. Again, the import ArcPy might not be required, but I just typically put it in. We're setting the environment, which was the same environment that we used in the buffering example. We selected a file. We could rerun this for a different county. It should give us the same results. And you might ask, what does this dot name do? So let's just come in here and see what it does. Let's get rid of it. And we're just going to say print field. And so I'm going to come back up here and rerun the script. And notice it doesn't print anything that is legible to us, that makes sense to us. So we do need to put that dot name in here so that it creates something when we run it that makes sense to us.